Hi, everybody. It's Mark Rushton of MarkRushton.com. It is Sunday, January 16th, 2022. I solved my Wi-Fi problems up here in the studio. I'd had some problems with the work computer there and some of these other computers here. I'm only like 20 or 25 or maybe 30 feet away from the DSL router and modem or whatever you call it. And I thought, maybe the computers are old and maybe I need new Wi-Fi dongle thingies. And it was no, I just needed another one of these. I have another one in the house and it works perfectly fine. And so this is the Netgear AC70 Wi-Fi range extender. They got them all over the place at Walmart for, I don't know what it was, 50, 60 bucks, something like that. Solved the problem. Super easy to set up. Just follow it's so easy. It's so easy. Yeah. It's so easy. And they have 24/7 technical. You don't need it. It's so easy. You don't need the technical support. Yay, Netgear. All right. Range extender. Yes. Love it. So that lets me go and do all my other work that I do up here in the studio. And kind of want to talk about some of the stuff I've been doing this weekend, other than editing music and making a little bit of music, but mostly editing music. So let me get into that here real quick. So what did I do? What did I do recently? Let's just take it in order here. So I've been talking about lately how I'm an Airtable Pro customer. Airtable Pro is a cloud-based relational database. I use it in conjunction with a template called Gizmo Plus, which is the paid version of Gizmo, and it's worth it. I don't know, I can't remember how much it was, 40 bucks or so. Great. When you combine those two together, you get a really great catalog, the ability to enter in all, as a recording artist, the ability to enter in all of your song titles, songwriter information, splits, master recording, ISRC, ISWC, metadata, graphics, all that sort of thing. It's great. Love using it. I try to use it every couple of days, try to figure out the filtering, and there's a lot to learn on that. For the less technical, well, I don't know. Maybe it's better than Excel. I will say that it's much better than Excel. And with the number of titles that I have published out there, you need something to keep all that data out there. So again, I love using Airtable Pro. I love using Gizmo Plus. And one thing that I discovered yesterday when I was building some new playlists, was I saw in the Airtable a certain word. And I was like, I wonder how many times I've used that word in my tracks that I've published. And so I did a filtering of the 2,500 and something titles. And there was about, it must have been about 13 or 14. A couple of them were I won't tell you exactly what it is, but it was integrated with music. A couple of them were integrated with, then the rest of them were, essentially they were just field recordings. And I was like, I've never made a playlist based on that word before. And that's something that somebody is probably looking for. As I like to say, people aren't looking for you. They're looking for the music you make or the field recordings that you publish or whatever. And so went out, used that, and I knew my titles, but then I found out another way to do some searching on Spotify. Spotify is where I always start all of my playlist building, and was able to quickly assemble those tracks into a playlist and then got them sent out to uh, lots of I guess 11 different music services. I think I did 3 new playlists yesterday, about 100 tracks total, 11 playlists. So those are out there and goodbye. The other thing I've been doing lately, and I mentioned this in the past video, was I signed up for Proton VPN for 1 month. I think I'm paying for the monthly, but I'll go and cancel it here pretty soon, because I only really needed it for 1 month or a week or whatever, because I have no use for that sort of thing beyond what I'm doing with it, which is using a VPN to create accounts on services. Yesterday I was able to create a KK Box account, And then what I did was I used Tune My Music to transfer my 700 playlists, nearly 53,000 tracks, out to KK It took, I don't know how long, 12, 18 hours, something like that. Anyway, I woke up this morning and they were all 100%. I'm like, wow, that's amazing. So, but I had to use Proton VPN to get uh, access to KK Otherwise, it says, you're outside of the area where you can use it. I don't want to use it for streaming. I want to use it to make my playlists available publicly. And again, but that's China. Not everybody in China speaks English. Well, that's why when you build playlists, you do things like put the simplified Chinese, not necessarily the characters, but the uh, letters in titles, in descriptions, all that sort of stuff. That's what I do. I know it's overwhelming. But this is what I've learned, and it works. I guess, I don't know. A lot of this is experimenting. So today, Sunday, I noticed on one of the services that I could transfer one of the places I could use was Ngami. Ngami is a streaming service that's, I believe, based out of the Dubai, United Arab Emirates, and it's largely a Middle Eastern focused streaming service. And I have gotten royalties from Ngami for a few years here. And so I was kind of like, well, let's see what I can do. So I fired up the Proton VPN, connected with a server in Dubai, and was able to create an Ngami account. Now the problem is when I used Tune My Music to do a test transfer of one playlist from Spotify to Ngami. I logged in, chose a particular playlist on Spotify, and then when Tune My Music said, where do you want to transfer it to? Ngami was not in the to list. It's in the from list, but not the to list. And I'm like, well, at least I got the Ngami account, right? And then I logged an email or whatever, a contact form with Tune My Music. It's like, I can go from Ngami, but not to Ngami. And that's what I want. I want the TO. I want to go to all these services. I want to be able to get my playlists on there. Now, there were some others that I was looking into. Let's see if I can find that information here. Yeah, there were some other ones that were not going to work out. There's one called QoBuzz, and it's a French streaming service. And you must have an account. You can't get like an account. You have to be a paid. The French, they're very particular. And so I was like, okay, I'll let that one slide. They only have a few 100,000 subscribers. Then there was one I could transfer to in Russia, and it was called VK, and it's like a Facebook clone. It's really the most fascinating thing because it looks exactly like Facebook, but it's called VK. And the weird thing is you could sign in with your Facebook login. Like, what is this? And then I tried to create an account on there, and validation was a little weird, and it had not happened yet as of a little bit earlier. I thought I had authenticated it and everything like that. So we'll see about that. I don't even know if my music is distributed to that service. I know it's distributed to Russian streaming services like Yandex, and then there's something called UMA. Where I get royalties from places like the Russian Federation, Belarus, Kazakhstan, Ukraine, all those places. And anyway, so that's fascinating. But I think I've reached the end of the line. I think, and then of course yesterday I emailed Resso, which I think is out of Japan or Indonesia or somewhere in East Asia, and I emailed them. Can you just make me an account? Can you just make me I don't want to use your service, but I just want an account on there so I can move my playlists over there and maybe uh, you know make a little money that way. I don't know. We'll see what happens on that. So yeah, I've been super busy this weekend, and I got tomorrow off. Tomorrow's MLK Day, and I think I'm just gonna make some music and maybe make some playlists. Oh, I got music coming out tomorrow too. I got music. I got release dates here, and so there's going to be. Sorry about that. Uh, three new singles. I think is it three new singles? Yes, new meditative drift. When the sunlight hit the fog. That's coming out tomorrow, Monday, the January 17th. We got Temper Express, Bless Groove, um, and also Vibrating Wires, Abandoned Railroad Crossing. So those three are coming out tomorrow. Those were things that I had uh, scheduled about a month ago. And then I also, what do we got after that? We got a Cloud Drift on the 31st. We have Cannabis Unanimous 10-piece hand-breaded chicken on February 1st. And then I just put together and uploaded to the distributor a new ambient matic release called Antibodies. It's about 14 shorter tracks, things that I'd made here live, ambient, and electronic improvisation here in the studio, and then a little bit of a longer track. So yeah, ambient matic Antibodies coming out on March 1st. And found some other tracks. They're going to be Mark Rushton tracks. They're going to be My Love Underground tracks. They're going to be meditative drift tracks. I was going through stuff and editing today, deleting, a lot of deleting. I don't release everything. I release a lot of stuff, but I don't release everything. Some of it, I'm just like, oh, that sucks. That sounded like the other thing. That's got a big in the middle of it. I just leave the recorder running. Just leave it going. Why not? You never know. That one thing that you made that may connect with people. That may connect with people who curate Spotify playlists or Amazon Music for Artists playlists or wherever. Oh, by the way, Ngami has an Ngami for artists. I signed up for that too. I forgot to mention that. I was like, once I got into Ngami, and they're like, "Are you an artist? We have Ngami for artists." I'm like, "Yeah, all right, that's great." I don't know what that'll do, but we'll see. We'll see if I get approved on that. Um, might have to keep the VPN if that's the case. I don't know. The way the world's going. So yeah, just a lot of stuff, man. A lot of stuff. I don't think I got anything else on there. Just waiting for the middle of the month money to roll in. It'll come in probably on Tuesday. I would venture to guess, but always love the middle of the month. That's the best time for the royalties. It really is. But enough about that. I'm rambling. I got to run to the store, and get some goodies now that we're all done with our snow. All right, that is it for today. Talk to you later. Thanks.